Well, those seasons are changing out there, we all know, and the temperatures are falling. There's a lot to think about too. About keeping your home properly maintained, right, fellas?
Absolutely.
All right, so we have Ryan and Tony here from Robert Gibb & Sons with what we need to know heading into winter. So first, Ryan, let's talk electrical, because I think that's important. You're an electrician,
Yep.
Is that correct?
Master electrician.
Master electrician.
And estimator for Robert Gibb.
Okay, fantastic. So I know you have a few tips that we need to know just about, some things in general, and then you have something here.
So I would say the main thing would be is to make sure your smoke detectors are working.
Ooh.
And carbon monoxide
Yes.
are working. Batteries are checked so that if we're getting out of the house if there is a fire. And then the next thing would be is we don't want to be overloading circuits. You might want to think about heat blankets and electric space heaters. We want to make sure they're away from the walls and drapes and things like that, so they're not catching things on fire.
Okay, that's a good tip right there.
And then I would say, make sure that you're not overloading circuits, like the National Lampoon's movie where they have all the
Especially
splitters.
if we're going to get ready for Christmas and putting our Christmas lights up. But even heaters, you're talking like
space heaters.
Yeah, because some people will put a space heater. I know a lot of people who will put them, they're working at home. They're, kind of like stationary position in their office, and then all of a sudden they're like, it's really cold in here, so they're going to move a little space heater in. Do you have tips on those types of things?
Well, the older ones are a little more unsafe because if they tip over, they'll still run. The newer ones have a safety switch in them, so if they tip over, they'll shut off. They should shut off.
Okay.
So I would just say be wary of where you plug them in so that you're not overloading circuits with them, because they draw a lot of juice. Those heaters do.
They do.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then just checking in with the strips. Those
power strips.
Power strips.
Yep.
And so how many? Really, is that the ticket? Because I kind of heard adding one of those in your spaces and then plugging into those. Is that a good idea? Should you shut those off?
They can be in spaces. Usually you see them like on a TV where you have multiple things you got to plug in, but I wouldn't use them for a space heater, no.
Yeah, no, not for a space
not
heater.
Not for a space
because
heater.
If
you want to plug directly into the wall outlet, yep.
Okay. So, any other electrical
I would
tips?
say maybe watch out for frayed cords.
Okay.
We've got one here that I cut.
Yeah.
If the ground prong is busted off, we want to replace those. If you don't have the ground plug in the outlet, you may want to change that out to a GFI receptacle. That'll protect the circuit so that you're protected if there's something that happens.
Okay.
And then to know what a breaker looks like and what it looks like when it trips, it's going to be in the middle position. You can't turn it on. It's actually got to go to the off position first and then back on.
And these are, I've had to do
I
this
get a
few
lot
times,
of lot of calls on that.
Nobody knows what this look when you can I touch.
Yeah, go ahead.
When it's like this, nobody knows what this is.
Yeah.
Because it's in your wall,
Right.
so it's in your
panel.
Yep. And so yes, just knowing, I just futz with mine until it looks.
Sure. A lot of people don't realize that if it does trip, you have to actually go all the way off first.
All the way off first.
And
okay.
then go
See,
back
these
on.
are tips we got to write down.
And I get a lot of calls on that, and it's just a simple fix.
And it's a simple fix.
Yep.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Those are some great tips. All right, Tony, so we're going to take a little closer look then into HVAC and ventilation.
Sure.
And your position is working in this department and in sales, I know.
That's right.
Right?
I have the sales, residential sales, and air purification specialist.
Air purification, because we need to keep, even in the winter.
Well, it's very important. Our equipment runs off air filters, and this is an example of a clogged air filter.
Ugh.
And it puts so much stress and strain on the unit. The unit can't function properly.
Right.
There's no airflow. It puts stress on the blower motor, and it could ultimately reduce the life of your furnace.
Okay, so we've got to check those every so often?
Well, it's important to know what air filter you actually have.
Okay.
Some of them you change every month, some you change twice a year, and certain ones you'll change once a year.
All right,
so it's
so
important to know what you actually have.
Let's look at the difference, because I love this.
Well, here's an example.
I'm always telling my husband, I'm like, did you check the air filter? Because
Right.
it's dusty in our house. And
So here's an example of a
probably 'cause they didn't
dirty
dust.
air filter.
Uh-huh.
And this is about, I'd say 2 months old, and this is the
Okay.
exact filter, but brand new, so you can see the difference there.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. And so air quality is so important right now. We're talking about, getting rid of, as many germs as possible.
Germs,
That's
right.
people's focus. So what is this big
So this
guy?
is a secure air filter. At Robert Gibbs, we are a premier partner with Secure Air.
Okay.
This would hook right into your existing furnace or air conditioner unit through the ductwork, and as the air passes through, there's an electrical charge here that would clump the smaller particles together, because a filter like this is only going to trap the larger particles.
Right.
So, but this machine, through the electrical current, will actually kill viruses. It's known to kill the flu virus. It'll kill smells, any bacterias that come through it. And it's actually a hospital quality air quality.
So lots of hospitals are putting these in.
Yeah, they all are.
Fitness.
In fact, right, exactly.
Right, awesome. So where can we get in touch with you if we want to hook ourselves up with something like this?
Well, you can look right on our website at robertgibb.com. They are offering a $100 special on any air purification systems that go in. You can get them as low as $1,000 on certain ones.
Sure.
Yeah, they're very attainable.
Yeah.
And
easy to install.
They're
probably.
extremely
for you guys to install, not us. But,
yeah, right. No,
that
they
kind
are.
of a thing, so.
They are extremely easy to install as long as you have a ducted system.
Okay. Awesome.
Before, sure.
Well, that's great. This is great to have, because this is what we're thinking of today. So thank you both very much for being with us. I know there's one other quick special I'll just quick mention, and that's 0% financing. We want to make sure we let people know too out there, right?
Right. 0% financing.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys, for being in.
Thank you.
All right, coming up on today's show, natural ways to help you beat the winter blues.